Made in Hollywood.
Talk about a deadly twist. Jane Austen never imagined her work would end up like this.
Pride and Prejudice and Zombies takes one of the most popular novels in English literature and injects it with a firm dose of martial arts, mayhem, and the undead.
It began with the Black Plague. Within weeks, the dead began to rise.
This cannot be.
Who would have thought Pride and Prejudice and Zombies? It's just such an awesome mashup, and I totally enjoyed it.
Yay, thank you. Yeah, who would have thought?
Seth Grahame-Smith did.
When they approached you with this idea, what were your initial thoughts and reactions?
My initial
Honestly.
thought was like, I was like, how could this work? And then I read the script and it just worked.
I didn't get it. I was like, well, slightly mortified, and then honestly, 5 pages into the script, I was like, this is brilliant. And I guess because we know and love this story so much of Pride and Prejudice, and the characters are so strong, and the love story so compelling that, you know, you just enjoy seeing this story we love told in a different way.
Hunting for human flesh. Now, the few of us that are left have only one way to survive. We must bring the fight to them.
You vanished at the ball.
Yes, I felt it would have been selfish of me to seek an encounter with Darcy. I played George Wickham, who is, I guess, first perceived as maybe a possible suitor for Liz Bennet, but then we find out is sort of Darcy's nemesis.
I played Charles Bingley, who falls instantly in love with Jane, which is Liz Bennet's oldest sister, and then Darcy tries to intervene, sort of in that love affair.
I played Parson Collins, who is rejected, sort of right, left, and centre in marriage, and he's the local vicar, not particularly good vicar. He's the local parson.
He's hilarious.
And hysterical.
He's hilarious.
The fairest wifely choices be right here in this room.
My daughters were trained for battle, sir. Not the kitchen.
So you pretty much immediately knew that you wanted to direct and write this story. What exactly did you envision in the very beginning?
The project had been around for a while. A lot of people had tried to get it going, and it had different takes on it. And I thought about it, and I looked at it, and it occurred to me that I knew how to do it. And on those rare occasions when that happens, you aggressively go forward and try and make it happen.
I shall never relinquish my sword for a ring.
The girls totally kick ass in this movie, but what I really want to know is how hard it was to do those fight sequences in those gowns. Because that was really hard.
It's funny, I feel like the top half easy, bottom half I struggled a bit occasionally. With I seem to manage to always get things caught on my boot. But the Julian, the costume designer, did like cut this like strategic slits so that we could like move our legs and stuff, but maybe I'm just less graceful.
It was refreshing to see the girls, to see the girls do it.
Yeah, it really
rather
is.
sexy as well.
Yeah. That's what we go of it. It's very sexy, it's true, watching the women take over and take the lead in this type of situation. It's something one sort of wants to see a little more of now.
I think that the challenge was really great, and I think our characters are so determined and strong that the challenge that I was facing as an actor trying to do it all really kind of fed into the character.
That was good. Sorry.
You did your own zombie research. What did that consist of?
There's a documentary you can see on YouTube, which was I think they're Persian men who had been infected with rabies, and they studied them through the whole process of rabies. It's a really unsettling piece, but that was one of the models they used for zombies. And then another documentary on people on meth.
So I was thinking if we were to do a different mashup with a classic novel or a classic movie novel and then mix it with a horror film type genre, what kind of mashup would you make?
Romeo and Juliet and zombies.
Romeo and Juliet and zombies. I was thinking Great Gatsby and vampires.
Oh, yeah.
What if they had those parties and
they all are
recruited
vampires
people?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then they're actually sucking people's blood at those parties.
I've never read Gatsby. Is
wonderful.
Great.
He could be a
Could
vampire
show
for
you.
sure.
He could. There's something that could go along with that, actually, keeping his beauty. Well, there's that and a bit of the Dorian Gray to him, isn't there? So-
Yeah.
And they sort of did a weird, well, I think in that sort of Dorian Gray-esque thing, they sort of turned Dorian Gray in those, one with the Invisible Man and Dorian Gray.
Yeah, and they've done it in Penny Dreadful, haven't they? There's a sort of...
Yeah, I guess, which is the same type of thing, when they did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.